nice on our roads. There's your latest look at traffic. It's just going to be like that pleasant kind of day for us. Partly sunny sky later on. Should be warming up to 76 degrees and a low of 54 for tonight. 81. It's going to be partly sunny tomorrow. But we're kind of feeling that bitter chill this morning where it's only 53 right now in Port St. Lucie.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
This is not headline news. A-Rod and J-Lo were spotted making out. And if that doesn't convince you they're back together, this will. They also shared a mascara wand. William Shatner turns 90 years old today. Let me be the first to say, hey, Bill, happy birthday. Wolf Blitzer turns 73 today. Or you may know him by his male stripper name, Wolf Blitzer. Coachella was canceled. Dang, said 42 bands you've never heard of. And in the NCAA March Madness tournament, Oral Roberts University has upset two major teams. Ironic that a school named Oral would make the other teams suck. This is not headline news.
From not so headline news to stupid news.
And now it's time for Stupid News.
It's so stupid and awesome.
Where we ask the important questions.
Are some people too stupid to live?
Why are people so stupid?
Are you effing stupid?
Are you done?
He's celebrating National Goof Off Day.
Yeah.
It was time to goof off.
I celebrate that every day.
All right. So last week, a guy dressed in all black with a mask, covering his whole face, walked up to a woman at a subway station in Boston, Massachusetts. And he showed her a message on his phone that said, quote, "I am Satan." Oh. And believe it or not, she didn't immediately fall in love with the guy. Oh. Instead, she ran over to a few cops to report him. Satan told the cops he was trying to flirt and be funny, but they bounced him right out of the train station.
Oh,
Wow.
that's creepy. So that was his idea of flirting and
Yeah.
trying to kind of get to know the girl a little bit.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
am Satan.
I'm Satan.
Yes.
Hi.
Like that's really a good pickup line.
What's worse, swiping left on Tinder or saying you're Satan?
Oh,
Anyway,
What?
Left,
right
so it's
now.
giving somebody that thumbs up for that.
Who's Joanna?
Hold on. She's a deputy. She's a friend of mine. You know who Joanne is, Bonnie?
Yeah, I know. Joanne.
Why is she on Tinder?
Yeah, she's the TikTok queen of the of
Maybe Lakeisha would know about
Palm Beach
Tinder.
County. I don't know. Anyway,
She might, right? I bet she would.
a 30-year-old guy named James Tanner from Alpena, Michigan, broke into a house back on Halloween of last year. He used his own debit card to force open the lock, and then he accidentally left the debit card behind. And yes, it had his name on it right there. So the police could find him pretty easily. Now, I'm not sure what took so long to get the guy, but a warrant for him was finally issued earlier in the month. And the police tracked him down, already in jail on some other related charges.
Talk about the moment
Wow.
when you know you lost that debit card or you left it somewhere.
Yeah,
and,
right.
and to have it doing it, it's bad enough.
Yeah.
You can't find your debit card. You're like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
But
Yeah.
why would
And
he
then-
have his debit card out during that time?
Here's why. Listen to the story.
Oh, okay.
He used his debit card to force open the lock. He jimmied the
can
lock
actually
open with
do
his
that,
debit
yeah.
card.
Yeah.
And then he left it behind when he got inside. See, he got inside and he set it down probably somewhere. And that's exactly what happened.
And he said, oh gosh darn.
Police came. They
forgot my
found
debit card
they
behind.
found the debit card. They contacted the bank. They traced him down, and he was already in jail on unrelated charges. So there you go.
Wow.
There you go. Very simple. A 20-year-old guy named Mike Phillips was in the passenger seat of a stolen car that police pulled over in St. Petersburg, Florida, this past Saturday evening. Now, one of the cops patted him down, and when he did, he hit a firm spot in Michael's groin area. But Michael said it wasn't a gun. Quote, "That's my junk." It wasn't
Wow.
actually his junk, though.
Wow.
It was a Glock 23. That gun, by the way, has a 4-inch barrel and is 7.3 inches long. The guy was arrested for
Lordy.
carrying a concealed firearm, which is a felony, and the driver of the car was a 19-year-old woman, and she's still locked up for felony grand theft auto.
I hate when
Wow.
that happens.
Yeah. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. A Dutch children's television program to promote body positivity features naked adults answering kids' questions, and it's already causing controversy even before it airs.
No kidding.
Yes,
I would have never have guessed.
the show called Gewoon Bloot, which translates to simply naked, consists of a number of adults of all shapes and sizes answering questions from children ages 10 to 12 on subjects like being ashamed of certain body parts or shaving versus waxing.
That's just so wrong though, like in so many ways.
And it gets better.
Oh.
One person called the show ridiculous and urged viewers to write letters to the broadcaster and complain as well. Now, another far-right leader said it comes close to promoting pedophilia. You think?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Children who got a preview had varied responses from things like, quote, "This is not a show I need to see," or, quote, "It's good to know that other people worry about the same things too." The host said of the show, "A more realistic view of bodies promotes a more positive self-image. The aim is to teach children that each and every body is different and that not all bodies are perfect."
What country is this in, Evan?
And it's a Dutch TV program.
No kidding.
So probably it's in the Netherlands.
The only thing I could even think of that's even happened over here like that was Slim Goodbody in the 70s and 80s. You remember him?
I remember hearing of him, but I don't.
He was on PBS. He used to be on Captain Kangaroo's PBS version and all that. And he would have a bodysuit on, but it would show the insides, like the intestines and the lungs and the heart. It was, but he wasn't naked.
Naked.
Yes.
To me, this is perversion at its best because it sounds like the kind of people that would just want to, they get off showing themselves to little kids. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It's just
Only
sounding,
in the Netherlands.
it's sounding so completely wrong.
Yeah, it is wrong. Absolutely.
100% wrong. I agree with both of you. Okay.
Oh.
So a Target loss prevention officer told police that he watched a man who took a stuffed unicorn to the children's bedding department where he exposed himself and took the unicorn and placed it against his crotch and began a sexual gyration with the unicorn.
Right in the middle of Target?
Right in the middle of Target. Yes.
That's just so
Now,
wrong.
Walmart,
too.
I'd expect that, but not Target.
Okay, so wait a minute. Hold on.
I was just in their toy department too on Saturday,
That gives you
and I
new
missed
meaning in
this.
the toy department.
Wow.
Now, the Target employee said that when he walked into the aisle, the man was the suspect, stopped and placed the unicorn back on the shelf. Okay, he stopped what he was doing, placed the unicorn back on the shelf. The suspect, wearing shorts and a Star Wars t-shirt, then went to the front of the St. Petersburg store and picked up an Olaf snowman, stuffed the animal, and began attempting to gyrate with that stuffed animal. And it was all caught on video in Target. The subject finished gyrating with the stuffed animal.
I bet he wouldn't try that if it was a real snowman.
Wait a minute. Hold on. It gets better. The subject finished gyrating with the stuffed animal, wiped it off, and put it back on the shelf as well. He was eventually arrested.
Evan, I'm already not feeling that well.
But dude, there's something similar here with these two things.
Yeah.
One, the unicorn has a horn.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the Olaf has a long carrot for a nose.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's all I need to say.
Yeah.
See, I already wasn't feeling well. Now I'm even feeling worse.
Let's go to.
This is disgusting.
Well, let's leave St. Petersburg and go to Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania, where police went to a McDonald's the other day after a 29-year-old woman named Skylar Perrin went through their drive-through several times in a row because she kept forgetting she had already been there once. Eventually, the staff called the police. When they got there, Skylar failed a sobriety test, and it turned out she had methadone in her system. She told the police she had a prescription for the methadone, but prescription or not, it's not safe to drive when you've taken it. Her kids were in the car as well, and charges were filed against her for 1 felony count of endangering the welfare of children and 3 DUI counts. As she was being carted off to jail, she said, "But what about my Big Mac?"
And she probably had already had 5 of them already.
Yeah, right.
I mean, she went through the drive-through 5 times.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of Big Macs.
5 times over and over. How do you forget that?
I don't know, but I can't imagine being like that doped up to.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Just to go through McDonald's.
And it could happen, but it's just like for you or me or you just can't. It's hard to fathom.
A woman was left red-faced after her plan to surprise her husband with some saucy lingerie went horribly wrong. Okay,
I can only guess.
Maggie, the woman we're talking about, said that since she never dresses up in fancy lingerie, she wanted to catch her partner's reaction on camera, but she wasn't prepared for what was about to happen, she said. Maggie said, "I have this super cute lingerie outfit and I thought it would be fun to put it on, wait for my husband to get home and get his reaction." Now, she said, "I haven't worn lingerie in years." The camera that had been set up in the living room to capture her husband's reaction sees Maggie drop her robe down, which hid her lingerie, as she waits out of view. A second later, the door slams, announcing the arrival, who she thinks is her husband. But it's actually her husband's father.
Oh, no.
Stunned by the unexpected view, her father-in-law shouts, "Oh, crap," as he stumbles backwards and runs back in the direction that he came in the door.
Now, what would be worse if the father-in-law walked in on that and saw that, or the mother-in-law did?
I'm on the
Oh,
father.
that's a good question.
I'm the father-in-law.
I think that would be embarrassing for the father-in-law, because at least when it's another lady and the other one's naked, it's so what? It kind of vice versa too. It's like, but good Lord.
I'm kind of thinking about like what it would be to be on her end, the lady in the lingerie. Would I rather have my father-in-law walk in on me or my mother-in-law?
Well, here's my thought. I think the father-in-law is now going to therapy after that.
Well, you never know. Maybe he liked what he saw. So, and maybe he's going to carry a good feeling all day.
Hey, son, your wife has a great pair of shamrocks.
Lord have mercy.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. I mean, if I were to walk in, I mean, I could not even fathom the thought of walking into Darren's house and there's Delilah in lingerie.
Because you feel like she's your daughter already,
That's
or
my
something?
daughter-in-law.
Because it may be kind of like
that is just
an
so
endearing
not right.
kind of
Yeah. There's so many problems. There's so many issues there.
Just so not right.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Lord. That's just so not right, Bonnie. That would be like Gary walking in.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. That would be like Gary's dad walking in, and you're dressed up because you're kind of feeling in the mood, and you want to look all pretty and nice for Gary. And unbeknownst, Gary's dad's coming over to fix the broken water heater. And yeah, I'm serious.
That would make for an awkward moment. Yeah.
Awkward.
Awkward. Just a little awkward.
But you would be, probably talking about it for years to come around the
dining room. Hey, remember that time
table?
I got naked for my dad?
Wait a minute. Here's Bonnie. She bought this really cute little teddy, and then all of a sudden this happens. Okay, and that's because she thinks, well, who's ringing the doorbell?
I'm Gary's dad.
Maybe Gary left his keys. That's why he's ringing the doorbell. And Bonnie yells, "Come in!"
Yeah,
and she's standing there and waiting, and then all of a sudden it's Gary's
or I even
dad.
open up the door for him and open up the robe and go, "Woo!"
Right?
Woo!
Exactly. And Gary's dad is like,
nice shamrocks.
Yeah. Wow, that would be embarrassing.
Yeah.
That would be one of the most embarrassing moments.
It would be very embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think I would be mentally scarred for life.
Yeah.
I would
even now it's like my daughter's 11 and it's like when
don't let her answer.
Well,
the
no,
door.
it's like now she's at the age you don't want to, when she's like 4 or 5 or whatever, you're trying to help her change clothes and stuff like that. But now it's like no.
Didn't you say you even let her watch the first adult movie too this weekend?
Well, no. She watched Airplane, which is a big movie in my family. It's like. But her first rated R movie was The Blues Brothers.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing in that. If that movie came out today, it'd probably be a PG-13.
Right. And to let them watch their first movie, you really got to
What is Blazing Saddles rated?
R.
Is that R?
It's
Could you
R.
imagine letting Rebecca watch Blazing Saddles?
That movie, you can still get that movie easily. It's streamed all over the place.
I've never seen Blazing Saddles.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Blazing Saddles.
Oh, Bonnie, you've got
Mel
to watch
Brooks movie.
It's like a funny kind of Western.
Yes.
Oh, it's so funny.
And it is raunchy.
I'm not going to tell you what it's about. Just watch it.
Okay, I
will.
will.
You and Gary pop some popcorn, put something cute on,
Blazing
and watch
Saddles.
Blazing Saddles.
He'd probably be all about that too.
Gene Wilder's in it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I'll tell you about it.
Yeah,
and Mel Brooks.
That's it. That's all we're going to tell you.
Great movie. Classic.
Blazing Saddles with lots of sound effects. 7:46 right now on the Get Up and Go show. It's time for news, all brought to you by our good friends at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. For the best deal on precious metals, head on over and visit Hawk Levy at one of their locations at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Bonnie has the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. Floridians 50 and up will be eligible to get the COVID-19 vaccine beginning today. Governor Ron DeSantis says he has been able to lower the age because of the success the state has had in vaccinating older and more vulnerable residents.
or close to 70% of all seniors have had a shot. That was our goal starting out. We were the first state in the country to do seniors first as our priority.
The governor adds all adult Floridians should be eligible to get a shot by May 1st, if not earlier. Martin County which started a new drive-in movie series at its fairgrounds at the end of last year, returns this month with the nostalgic version of entertainment. Now for $5, quarantine crews can watch Grease on a 20-foot LED screen from the safety of their vehicles. This will be at 7:30 p.m. on March 26. Arrive before showtime for food and beverage trucks and a classic car show starting at 5:30 p.m. Martin County kicked off its drive-in movie series with A Christmas Story on December 18 and The Karate Kid January 29, but took a break in February during the Martin County Fair. It's the second drive-in movie venue that has popped up on the Treasure Coast during the coronavirus pandemic. The first local drive-in movie, Treasure Coast Park and Watch, began almost a year ago at the Causeway Cove Marina and Fort Pierce as a way to have fun, but stay safe as the COVID-19 had spread. Vice President Kamala Harris will visit Jacksonville today as part of the Biden administration's Help Is Here tour, touting the benefits of the recently passed American Rescue Plan. Florida's share, $17 billion. Federal agents found $2.5 million in cash hidden in PVC pipes in the bedroom closet of a Miami man charged with bilking the government in a massive $49 million Medicare fraud scheme. The cash was found sealed with plastic wrap inside pipes buried under the closet floor at Jesus Garces' home during a raid Wednesday, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. Federal authorities have spent the last decade cracking down on the multi-billion-dollar Medicare fraud scams, that is, cheating taxpayers, but they rarely find cash stockpiles like this. Agents also found another $75,000 in a safe and another $280,000 in a safe at another home linked to Garces, along with 7 Rolex watches. Well, lastly, 1 year into the pandemic, the Treasure Coast Regional Planning Council is seeking input from businesses on how COVID-19 has affected the economy. The council has posted an 18-question survey on surveymonkey.com. The survey can also be accessed on the council's website at turpic.org under the announcement section. Business owners, nonprofits, and independent workers are encouraged to participate. The survey should take no longer than 10 minutes. The survey period closes on March 31st. Another knee procedure has Brooks Koepka's Masters status in doubt more than 2 weeks prior to the start of the first major championship of 2021. Koepka, age 30, a 4-time major champion who won earlier this year at the Waste Management Phoenix Open, told Golf Week on Sunday that he had surgery on his right knee on Tuesday in California. It was Koepka's left knee that plagued him through 2020. Koepka suffered a right kneecap dislocation and ligament damage. When asked about the Masters, he said, "Whatever my body says, I'm going to listen." News time is 7:51, and we'll have weather and traffic together next.
7:52 the time right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. Phil's joining us this morning. It's time for traffic and weather together. It's all brought to you by Waterway Dermatology. Dr. Ryan Schuring, located at 1050 Monterey Road in Stewart, bringing personalized health care back to dermatology the Waterway. Bonnie?
We've just been having a nice clear ride here on this Monday morning in Stewart and in Port St. Lucie. The roads are still clear at the moment. Heading out to work, you're looking at a good ride. There's your latest look at traffic. And it's a cool one, 53 degrees only in Port St. Lucie. And we could get up to 76 today, and the sky's partly cloudy. And the low tonight at 55. For Tuesday, the high getting up to, right around, we could see 79 for that daytime high. A partly sunny sky tomorrow, and warming up further for us on Wednesday with a high right around 84. Once again, a chilly one. Wear your jacket. It's only 53 in Port St. Lucie, and in Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada, 44 with rain showers.
Do you have a suggestion for the show? Send us an email. WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. And now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Time now is 7:58 on the Get Up and Go show. Hour number 2 down. One more hour to go. Dr. John Millay is going to be here from the Martin County School Board. We'll be talking about all the different things that have been going on. Last week, of course, the kids were on spring break, and now the kids are back in session today. And I'm sure a lot of parents are happy about that, right, Bonnie?
Yeah, and I'm sure Dr. John Millay, too, is maybe happy that he had a spring break. And we'll find out if he's wide awake on this Monday morning or a little sleepy from it.
I want to know what a superintendent does on spring break.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pick his brain.
Maybe he goes out to like the baseball field and just like, it absorbs the sun.
Or maybe he runs around the track when the kids are not running track.
He has the keys to the kingdom. Why not?
I don't know, but you know what? That and many more other things. Dr. John Millay is going to be here. Superintendent of the Martin County School Board. He'll be here right after the news, right here on WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. We'll be back right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. The date is March the 22nd day of March. Over the weekend, it was the first day of spring, so now we are springing forward. Last week, the kids were on spring break, as they call it. Time now officially 8:07. Mr. Clock, would you please certify that?
It's now 8:07 a.m.
Thank you very much, Mr. Clock. And, of course, joining us for our weekly visit is the one and only man with the plan, as they say. It's the guy that heads up the entire Martin County school system. Dr. John Millay is coming off of his spring break week as well. John, always a pleasure to have you with us.
Thanks for having me, Evan. I worked most of the break, but I did get a little time. But,
I was going to ask you, what does a guy like you do on spring break?
There's just so much to the business end of our school. You know, you're keeping payroll going, the whole business side of all of our the legislative end of the district. I was in Tallahassee a couple days for some school business, and then just a lot of planning and how we're going to end the year, how we're going to begin the next year. It's an ongoing process.
Exciting times happening in Martin County. So exciting that today is the first day of registration for kindergarten. That's exciting.
I know a lot of parents are excited about this, and they'll be crying in the fall when they hand their child off to the school.
Crying? Are you kidding? My God. When my child went to kindergarten, I was like, take him, please. Calgon, take me away.
I think the kids will be crying because they're separated from their mothers.
Yeah.
I remember
that's
crying.
What happened. It's all good until the child starts crying. Then the mom or dad starts tearing up.
It's a domino effect.
Then they get there and they meet some other kids, and then it's all good, and they can't wait to go to school, right?
I used to always, I was principal, I would look at the parent, I would say, call me in 5 minutes. Trust me, it'll be all fine. Go. Call me in 5 minutes on my phone. And it always was.
So exciting times. The kindergartners get to start registering today.
Yeah, if they're going to be 5 on or before September 1st, they should register with the elementary school in their attendance zone. If they have any questions, they can call the school district or martinschools.org. They're going to see a link right on the front website. So September 1, if you're going to be 5 by September 1, we're inviting them to school.
Now, I know that there's a lot of requirements when the child is enrolled in kindergarten and in school system for the first time. And one of them is a lot of parents are not aware of is you have to have, I think, the shot records. Am I correct?
Yeah, their birth certificate, their shot record, the immunization report, and there would be a few other little things. But if they can come with those pieces, we'll even help them get it. So if they've lost their birth certificate, if they're not sure, we have people that will help them find the link to get copies of it. We'll get them linked in with the health department. But if they'll just present themselves, we'll help them.
Nice.
That's very helpful.
Talk to me a little bit about the extended day summer program. Registration is going to begin for that today also. What is that all about?
It's a lot of summer camps that are going on. Those programs are at Bessie Creek Elementary, Felix Williams Elementary, Hope Sound, and Pinewood. Parents or students who will be enrolled in grades K through 5 at any district-operated school can register their child for those summer programs, and they give just an opportunity to have a fun time with their peers. They're going to be doing movie days, Legoland, bowling, interactive theme park. All types of fun things are planned, and they follow the CDC guidelines because we're still being careful with COVID. But registration's digital this year. They go again, martinschools.org. Click on the Parents and School tab, and then on Extended Day for the registration process.
That sounds like fun. I want to go to Legoland.
Yeah. It's kind of school without the structure of full school. They have some learning activities, but a lot of fun things too.
The regular school board monthly meeting is going to be happening, and that's tomorrow at 4:00 in the afternoon.
Tomorrow at 4, there's several agenda items, typical to this time of the school year. We're having our hearing about the best standards for English language arts through the state of Florida. Those are the new standards for students. So there's standards in English language arts and in math, but we're more looking at the ELA adoption materials. So yeah, we're live at 4:00. They can watch on air as well.
Now, where can they go and watch the school board meeting if they can't attend?
It's the same thing. Go to our district website. You can click on school board, and then they'll click on the meetings tab. And if they even go to YouTube and Google Martin County School Board, I believe it takes you kind of there. They'll find the live link, but you can remote in following the district website. Go to the school board link and just click until you're there. We start promptly at 4.
Now, I know something that's extremely very big with the school board, and it's the satisfaction and engagement surveys that the school board launches for the students, the parents, and the employees. And the surveys are so that you and your staff can get feedback on all sorts of different things, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Sure. It's one of those tools to give some feedback to the school about how we can improve. We're about a growth mindset, trying to improve, be better. We've learned through COVID, we certainly can be made to change, but we try to change when we can improve ourselves and be a better service. So we're open to, we'll listen to parents as they want to give us feedback.
All right, very good, very good. It's our weekly visit with Dr. John Millay from the school board. John, if people want to reach out to you or your staff, how can they? What is the best way for people to reach out with any questions or comments?
Sure. I always want to encourage our district website. That's martinschools.org. And there's every link there. But if you scroll to the bottom, there's a contact us. And you can always call our number, 772-219-1200. That's my office number here. But you can also look at us on Facebook. And you can reach out there. If you want somebody to contact us there, you can message us. And our public relations people will reach out and connect you to the school you need or the help you need to receive.
All right, very good, very good. John, always a pleasure to have you on the program. We really appreciate you very much. We appreciate everything that you do for Martin County, the kids, the parents, the volunteers, anybody that's involved with the school board. We really appreciate it. And thank you so much for joining us as you do each and every Monday to give us an update, John.
Thank you. We have a great team. I appreciate what you all do as well. Thanks, Evan.
Thank you, John. Have a great day. That's Dr. John Millay from the school system. He is the superintendent.
It's now time for Phil's Taste Test, brought to you by Fredo's Food Truck. Let's see what Phil will be tasting this week.
All right, so we got some stuff. Stuff. Make sure and zip it back shut when you're done.
Yes, sir. What about the bag?
Well, that's what I'm talking about. All right, so take the little cup out, and there's a fork in there.
Is this the stuff that came from like George?
Yeah, zip that bag
courtesy
back
of George
shut,
in Kentucky.
so everything stays cold in there.
Woo!
Yeah.
Thank you, George, for providing these goodies this morning.
Oh, goodies! Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good.
Of course, I don't think I'll be partaking in the goodies.
You have had this before, believe it or not.
I have.
Yes.
And do you think I'm going to think
it was a
good?
Trader Joe thing?
What are they, like hot peppers or something?
These are ghost peppers.
These are ghost peppers.
Oh.
So did you open it up?
Yeah.
Did you take a whiff?
Here,
Let Bonnie take.
You want to
take a little smell.
Oh yeah.
Remember we had the Trader Joe ghost pepper potato chips?
They smell really kind of nice though. I like the smell of the peppers.
All right, so Phil, here's the deal.
Yeah.
You're gonna
let me get a Coke ready.
Yeah. You're gonna need, trust me, you're gonna need more than a Coke.
Do you have buttermilk? I could have brought some of that in this morning if someone would have told me.
That won't work for me. Trust me. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be losing my groceries if I had buttermilk. Yeah.
All right.
All right, you ready?
Go ahead.
Are you sure?
Like, how hot are these peppers?
Ghost
are they one of
peppers
the
are-
hottest? Like,
Yes.
known to be one of the hottest peppers is a ghost pepper.
God, I couldn't even like poke it with the fork.
Where does George get these sort of things?
I don't know.
Does he?
Here we go.
I don't know. Go ahead. Here he goes. Oh, you're supposed to put the whole thing in your mouth.
Well, now we don't want him to choke on it, Evan, and because we don't have paramedics like right here.
Oh. Oh boy, the glasses just came off.
The eyes are squinting, just like
Oh.
I don't see Phil's eyes anymore.
Is it burning?
Oh, it's burning.
Is it really?
And his cheeks are turning as red as his
Wow.
jacket there.
You're breaking out a sweat.
Yeah.
Woo.
Evan, do you see the
I
color?
just warmed up.
The different color.
I haven't drinking anything yet either.
Really? You're gonna go for some more?
I'll go for one more
Are
bite.
you okay?
Oh, he's going
Are
for
you
one more
sure?
bite.
This is
Bonnie.
all right scary, Evan,
Yeah.
because I
I didn't have him sign a disclaimer or nothing this morning.
Yeah,
Hold on.
we're not.
Oh no,
doctors.
you can't. No, you got to do one more bite. One more bite before you can have a drink of soda.
Oh my God.
No, maybe he should have that soda drink at least first.
Yeah.
Let him have that.
Yes,
Because,
Evan.
yeah,
Woo.
Yeah.
we don't have any water here either, do we? You might be needing some of that. Are you sure you want to do this, Phil?
Go ahead.
I mean, this is
Oh, you going to video this? Is that what you're doing?
this
No,
is like
I'm
sudden
I'm texting with somebody.
sudden death right here.
Oh man.
Are you sure you can muster this, Phil?
Oh,
I'm
man.
worried for you. I am.
Woo.
Go ahead. George just texted me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did George try a ghost? Will George eat one of these straight like that?
No.
Um,
No.
Like with a ghost pepper? Are
No.
they?
Did you take a second bite?
Yes.
And is it that brutal?
It's too bad Phil doesn't have like a cracker.
Oh, he's hurting.
I
He's
brought
in pain.
Cheez-Its. I brought Cheez-It crackers.
Did you
he's-
try
he's
it
in
with
pain.
a Cheez-It or try it with a sweet donut?
Oh, by the way, Coca-Cola activates it.
I would think it does, right?
For
I
me,
think
I'm
that would-
okay. Trust me.
Okay.
I don't know how you do it,
Wow.
but your
Oh.
cheeks just showed like an instant shade of blush, like,
My sinuses are drained though.
and I can see the smoke coming right straight out of your
Wow.
That brutal, huh?
ears.
Yeah. Oh man.
How do you feel?
How do I how do I feel?
Yeah, how do you
Is
feel?
that what you asked?
How do you feel after eating that?
You know what I've been craving lately is the sweet peppers that my mom used to make right out of her garden. And the garden peppers, she would can peppers and make them kind of sweet and vinegary. And then they tasted really good, like on a saltine. I miss her peppers, which weren't as hot as that ghost pepper there that
peppers
you're
are like
eating
a
now.
step below that Reaper pepper. That remember the Reaper pepper jelly bean we had, and then that
Yeah.
gentleman that we had on my birthday here,
Yeah.
the one chip. That's a Reaper pepper. That is
Right.
like insane.
Wow.
Ghost pepper is like the step below that.
Is there what's called a creeper pepper?
Reaper pepper.
What if
Reaper.
it was a creeper one that
Oh.
you would eat
That
it?
would be weird.
Then you would drink the water, it would go away, but then it would come creeping back on you just like an hour later. That would be the worst pepper, I
All
think.
Wow.
We're gonna let Phil cool off a little bit. It's time for the Precious Metals Report. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold is opening up at $1,732.80 an ounce. Silver opening up at $25.55 an ounce. That's the Precious Metals Report, and it's all brought to you by our good friends at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Time now, 8:21 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Thanks, Evan. Floridians 50 and up will be eligible to get the COVID-19 vaccine starting today. Governor Ron DeSantis says he has been able to lower the age because of the success the state has had in vaccinating older, more vulnerable residents.
We're close to 70% of all seniors have had a shot. That was our goal starting out. We were the first state in the country to do seniors first as our priority.
The governor adds all adult Floridians should be eligible to get a shot by May 1st, if not earlier. Veteran Florida lawmaker Bill Nelson, who flew as a payload specialist on Shuttle Columbia in 1986, the last flight before the Challenger disaster, has been nominated by President Biden to be NASA administrator. Nelson, a Democrat, will have to be confirmed by the Senate, where he served 3 terms before losing to Rick Scott in 2018. As the number of COVID cases continues to decline, the number of Floridians seeking mental health counseling is soaring. Advent Health psychiatrist Lewis Allen says it's a delayed effect of what we've all been going through this past year. Dr. Allen says don't wait to get help if you need to.
What I always recommend, the earlier the intervention, the shorter it will be. The further we look to seek that intervention, the longer that treatment will be later on.
Dr. Allen says if you notice changes in sleeping or eating patterns, or you just don't feel right, you may need to sit down with a counselor. Former President Donald Trump is reportedly starting his own social media network. Trump spokesperson Jason Miller told Fox News on Sunday that the former president would be launching his own network in the coming months. The unnamed platform would attract tens of millions of new users and would completely redefine the game, Miller said. Miller added that Trump's been conducting high-powered meetings at Mar-a-Lago regarding the latest venture, CNN reported. The news comes after Twitter and Facebook permanently suspended Trump after his supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol on January 6. Federal agents found $2.5 million in cash hidden in PVC pipes in the bedroom closet of a Miami man charged with bilking the government in a massive $49 million Medicare fraud scheme. The cash was found sealed with plastic wrap inside pipes buried under the closet floor at Jesus Garcis's home during a raid Wednesday. Federal authorities have spent the last decade cracking down on the multi-billion-dollar Medicare fraud scams cheating taxpayers, but they rarely find cash stockpiles like this. Agents also found another $75,000 in a safe and another $280,000 in a safe at another home linked to Garces, along with 7 Rolex watches. Well, lastly, George from Kentucky would probably like this story. A school cop in Kentucky named Chris Shelton works at a small middle school with about 60 students, and he recently found out a lot of the kids have never had Chick-fil-A, which he loves. So he went there and bought lunch for every single student. The Miami Dolphins have parted ways with former first-round draft pick Isaiah Wilson just 3 days after trading for him. Wilson was waived by the team on Saturday. The 29th overall pick in last year's draft was acquired Wednesday in a trade with the Tennessee Titans, who received a 7th-round pick in the 2021 draft in exchange for Wilson and a 2022 7th-round pick. Wilson played in just 1 game for the Titans last season. Our news time is 8:26, and weather and traffic together will be coming up.
Time now, 8:26 in the Get Up and Go show. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
On our roadways right now, still looking like a quiet Monday morning right here. Our roads are clear in the Port St. Lucie area, looking fine in our beautiful Hope Sound, Palm City area too right now. You're going to have a clear ride if you're just heading out. There's your latest look at traffic. It's a partly cloudy, cool, really chilly 55 here in Stuart. In Leiden, Holland, it's partly cloudy and 45, and we should warm up at least to 76 by later this afternoon. Tonight's low 54 degrees. Our high tomorrow 81. We're looking at a partly sunny sky, and by Wednesday, partly sunny and could be warming up to 85 degrees. The nice part, looks dry too. We're not seeing any rain in this weather forecast. Once again, it's 55 in Stuart.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
All right, normally at this time, Randy Siegel is here, and I don't know where he is, Bonnie.
He might be somewhere in outer space today.
Yeah.
And
well, it's William Shatner's birthday. Maybe he's watching a bunch of Star Trek episodes.
Yeah, I don't know where he went.
Hanging out with the Shatner, and like I bet William Shatner would be kind of like a cool guy to kind of hang out with.
I think Randy's here right now. Randy, are you there?
I am here.
You're late.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You have a doctor's note, Randy?
Yeah, you have a doctor's note?
Yes, I do.
All right, very good. All right, take it away with the space report, if you would, please.
Okay, 1982. That was when NASA launched its STS-3 mission with the space shuttle. This was the first shuttle that was launched with an unpainted external tank and the only mission to land at White Sands Space Harbor near Alamogordo, New Mexico. And the reason it didn't land at Edwards because the Edwards runway was flooded. In 1996, NASA launched its STS-76 mission. That mission was a flight, the third one, to dock with the Mir space station. And it also had a space hab in its belly. So a lot of work was done on that particular mission. We have astronauts moving around in space. Russian commander Sergei Rusakov, manually controlling his Soyuz MS-17 spacecraft, relocated that vehicle with Sergei Kushevashchikov and Kate Rubins. They moved it around on Friday afternoon at 12:38 from one docking port to another because they needed to free the docking port for new modules that will be brought to the International Space Station. This happens periodically, and the astronauts really enjoy doing that because it allows them to take control of their vehicle. The difference here is that when the Dragon commander, Mike Hopkins, Victor Glover, and Specialist Soichi Noguchi, along with Sharon Walker, climb aboard their vehicle on April the 5th to perform a similar maneuver to change locations on the space station, they will do it automatically. Yep, unlike the Soyuz relocation, the crewed Dragon will undock and dock automatically with the astronauts monitoring the controls. We're sorry to report that we've lost an icon from space. The Black Flight, Glenn Lunny, who was a flight director, considered one of the smartest of the early flight directors, and possibly the hero of Apollo 13, and a space shuttle program manager, passed away this week, or last week. So we mourn that loss. President Joe Biden said that he is happy to have Bill Nelson as the new NASA administrator. Nelson represented Florida in the Senate from 2001 to 2019, where he served as ranking member on the Commerce, Science, and Transportation Committee. He previously represented Florida's 9th and 11th Congressional District in the House of Representatives. And Nelson flew on a space shuttle in 1986. So now he will control that agency, which is a good pick. Russia yesterday, or early this morning, put into orbit 38 satellites from various countries. Russia has been doing this for some time now, and in this particular case, it orbited a South Korean remote sensing satellite. It also put into orbit a couple of satellites that are practicing debris removal. As you may recall, there's a lot of debris, over 22,000 objects that are out there in space. And this new practice satellite from Japan will be in a position to let us know if we can easily deorbit a lot of that space junk. Away goes the heat shield. That's what happened with the Perseverance Mars rover. Folded up and locked in place so that they could get ready for the first launch of the helicopter on Mars. It'll be the first time that a designated helipad will be picked in the next several days as Perseverance drives to just the right location where they can lower down that helicopter before it actually flies into the atmosphere of Mars. The launch of 2 European navigation satellites, known as Galileo, on a Russian rocket from the Kourou Rocket Launch Center in South America, have been delayed once again. They've been postponed from September to November at the earliest. And the problem is not with the rocket. The problem is with the infrastructure of Kourou. The Space Commission, which is the largest state on the Arab Peninsula, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, has signed an agreement with China to advance science missions in 2022. They are hoping that they will have their own astronauts going to the Chinese space station once they start constructing it the end of this year or the beginning of next year. We also have a name for a Rocket Lab mission that should launch today, if possible. The name is They Go Up So Fast. and we'll see whether that mission takes place. The United Arab Emirates HOPE probe that has been in orbit around Mars is getting ready to be transitioned into a science orbit. That's a little bit further out from Mars, and they intend to keep it there for some time as it continues to send back excellent data. And what makes it even more interesting is that China's mission on the Chang'e 5 lunar probe is getting ready to go to the Lagrange point around the sun. The Lagrange point is a point between the sun and the earth and is about 932,000 miles from the earth. By being in that position, it will stay there and appear to be hovering in one spot. Tomorrow morning, we have a very special treat for you as we will be interviewing astronaut Mark Vanderhee from Russia before he flies the next mission to the International Space Station. So stay tuned for that tomorrow at 8:30. So until then, have a great day, everybody.
Thank you very much. That's Randy Siegel. He's on the program each and every weekday at 8:30. You definitely don't want to miss tomorrow's interview with one of the astronauts going up to the space station. Going to be a great interview. Time to head on over to Ellie's Downtown Deli, where Bonnie's standing by with some delectable treats. Bonnie?
Maybe you might want a Mama's Meatball Parmesan Sub. Oh, this is incredibly good with the ground beef and sausage meatballs. Chef Mark has homemade marinara accented with fresh basil in this one. It's topped with Parmesan and mozzarella cheese and served with your choice of a side like some cool coleslaw, some fluffy, rich, cool potato salad, maybe even black and green olives on the side or in your sub, or try farm fresh garden salad. Comes with a bed of fresh mixed greens, marinated Roma beans, purple sugar snaps, Asian broccoli, plum tomatoes, purple kale, and red onion sprouts, feta cheese. Once again, serve with your choice of a side. Try a fresh hot bowl of soup too for lunch. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart now has their patio back open. Plus, they're at 50% dining inside with a full menu for pickup or delivery. Ellie's also has full dinners available for takeout, plus their fabulous desserts as well. Call 772-781-6605 to order and pick up today. They're located 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado in Stuart. Call 772-781-6605. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart.
8:39 right now, news time. All brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin for the best deals in town. Go to St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Bonnie?
Thanks once again, Evan. A recent study showing 3 million face masks are tossed out every minute across the globe. WPTV's Cameron Eppinger has more.
Good morning. The message is simple. Watch out where you toss your used gloves and face masks and wipes. They say these same items that are designed to protect us are actually posing a threat to our environment. I got a chance to speak with the local nonprofit, Keep Palm Beach County Beautiful. You may have seen their PSA, which is broadcasting right now on our air. I want to go ahead and show it to you. It's all aimed at spreading awareness on the dangers of littering PPE. They say if these items aren't disposed properly, they can easily end up into our sewer systems and waterways. And they can also be easily mistaken for jellyfish, which is a favorite among sea turtles and other marine life.
When the marine animals ingest the microplastics or the pieces of plastic, they don't just get the plastic, but they get the chemicals too that are used to perhaps make these items.
And she went on to say one of the best solutions to solve this problem is to actually wear reusable face masks because they're less likely to be littered.
Martin County, which started a new drive-in movie series at its fairgrounds of the end of last year, returns this month with a nostalgic version of entertainment. For $5, you can watch Grease on a 20-foot LED screen from the safety of your vehicle at 7:30 p.m. March 26. Arrive before showtime for food and beverage trucks and a classic car show that starts at 5:30 p.m. Martin County did kick off its drive-in movie series with A Christmas Story on December 18, And The Karate Kid January 29, but took a break in February due to the Martin County Fair. It's the second drive-in movie venue that has popped up on the Treasure Coast during the coronavirus pandemic. The first local drive-in movie venue, Treasure Coast Park and Watch, began almost a year ago at the Causeway Cove Marina in Fort Pierce as a way to have fun but stay safe as possible from spreaded COVID-19. Bill and Esther Alinsky spent nearly 7 decades together as Christian ministers and missionaries, including stints in the Caribbean and Middle East before preaching for 40 years in Florida. They complemented each other. He the bookworm, she outgoing and charismatic. One without the other seemed unthinkable. So when they died minutes apart of COVID-19 this month at a Palm Beach County hospice, it may have been a hitting blessing, their only child, Sarah Malusky, said, even if it was a devastating double loss for her life. Her father was 88, her mom 92. Their 67th wedding anniversary would have been this weekend. Well, lastly, back in January, a doorbell cam video went viral of a first grader in Arizona named Ellie Schroyer doing her Girl Scout cookie sales pitch. Because of it, she ended up selling over 3,700 boxes of cookies to people across the country. So now she's giving back and has already donated her 1,000 boxes to hospitals and nursing homes. Matt Jones is the 2021 winner of the Honda Classic. Matt Jones, who punched his ticket to the Masters by notching his first PGA Tour win in 7 years, his 5-shot lead on runner-up Brandon Higgy matched the tournament record. The 40-year-old Australian resident has not won a tour event since the 2014 Houston Open. News time, we have 8:43. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$8:45 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. Phil's joining us. It's time for Traffic and Weather Together, brought to you by Waterway Dermatology. Dr. Ryan Shearing, located at 1050 Monterey Road in Stewart, bringing personalized healthcare back to dermatology the Waterway. Bonnie?
Nice traffic-wise. If you're heading out right now, it's going to be a good-looking ride. US 1, we have the major highways looking good, north and southbound directions. Yeah, it's been a quiet morning, and it's still remaining that way. There's your latest look for traffic. It's 55, partly cloudy in Palm City, and in Hibbing, Minnesota, it's a cloudy 31. Right here in South Florida, we are on our way to a high of 76 for today, a low of 54 for tonight. And on Tuesday, partly cloudy, looking dry for tomorrow. 81 will be our daytime high. Once again, it's 55 in Palm City.
Let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
And now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and cockroaches.
Cockroaches?
It is time for Phil's top 10 list from the home office of wherever he wants it to be.
And from the home office of Yeehaw Junction, Florida, we're doing a first here. We are repeating a top 10 list.
Oh.
Okay.
Because you did not get to hear this for your birthday, Bonnie.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a post-birthday top 10 list.
Yes.
Is it clean?
Of course it's
Well, no,
clean.
it's dirty.
No, I haven't had a chance to wash it yet, but, it was used. It's a used top 10 list.
Okay.
So,
Okay, we'll take it.
So, as a post-birthday top 10 list, top 10 perks to Bonnie being the almighty goddess of radio.
Oh, please.
Top 10 perks to Bonnie being the almighty goddess of radio.
So there are some perks to this matter.
Absolutely, and I think you would like some
like
of these
tasting
perks.
ghost peppers with Phil on the air.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Only I'm the weak one when it
Yes.
comes. I'm weak sauce when it
You're
comes to that.
the weakest link.
So here we go. Number 10, free coffee with a fill-up. Hang on. Free coffee with fill-up at participating Shell stations.
Ah, yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's a good perk.
Yeah.
I could use that every weekday morning.
Okay.
Number 9, fewer hassles when applying for a commercial fishing license.
All right. Is that like where I have to pull off a, do you know who I am?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go. Perfect.
You got it. Look, she's right up there. Okay.
Fine.
This one I don't know. Number 8, becoming the subject of late night discussions in prison.
Well,
okay.
Oh, that might be that that picture that Fredo sent of me to one of his buddies over there.
Number 7, you have the authority to command your subject, Evan 9, to subscribe to AARP only, $16.99 a year. See website for details.
Been trying to talk him into that for
Well,
years.
you have to command them, though. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
but just think you could even save on your airline reservations and hotels.
She's trying, isn't she?
I'm trying to get hotels in.
Here's the deal, Bonnie. If you pay for it, I'll accept it.
All right.
Oh, you should have got that for his birthday. That
Oh,
would've
I
been
should
perfect.
have. Yeah, maybe we'll have to think of what up and comings for something for Evan.
Number 6, power to dispatch U.S. troops anywhere in Martin County without consulting Congress. Well, there you go.
Interesting.
We'll have to talk to some higher ups about that one.
Go ahead, Phil.
Number 5, so you don't have to, if you get tired of waiting around in the supermarket, you don't have to now because the almighty goddess of radio has her own checkout lane.
Oh, as I should.
Yes.
I like her confidence. Go ahead.
Number 4, not having to worry about singing your big hit, Total Eclipse of the Heart anymore. Oh, that's for Bonnie Tyler.
You know,
Sorry.
we heard that on XM radio riding home last night with Bonnie Tyler hosting an 80s show.
There you go.
Yep.
Number 3, lifetime membership to the Kraft Macaroni and Cheese Club.
All right. That's like one of the best. Can I put a ghost pepper in my mac and
Maybe.
cheese?
Sure.
Make it a little hot?
Number 2, that picture you posted on Facebook recently is now all over back rooms of muffler shops everywhere.
Ah, nice. That's been my dream, you see?
And number 1,
Mighty Muffler.
At number 1, the counter boy at McDonald's usually tosses in a couple of extra ketchups without you having to ask.
That's why I love them. Just flip flop sound is fun.
Haven't heard this in a while.
Just in a flip flop mood. I've just had everything just today hasn't been a good morning.
You can't even tell that you're not
I'm flustered.
having a good morning yet.
No, I'm flustered. Believe
Yes,
me, I know. Phil knows I'm flustered.
Yeah, I can tell he's flustered a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm flustered. My garage isn't working right. My door's not going up and down right. George texted me, said you can't get the garage to shut.
Yeah.
You know, Facebook's not working right.
It's,
I mean, what else is going to happen?
Well,
The
at least you
bathroom's
had
going to break?
At least you had a Coke and a donut today.
Well, yeah.
And you're in the presence of the almighty goddess of radio.
And do you have a working flashlight?
I do. What's that got to do with anything?
Well, you got to have it working to fix the garage door. You know, at least you got something going right. You know,
This is true.
So you walk out and
Maybe I need to just call the customer service hotline. Hold on.
Thank you for calling If you need customer service, press 1. If you'd like a massage, press 2.
Oh.
Ew. There's no massage service here. We just wanted to see if you're a creep. Goodbye, creep.
I hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. Wow. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to endure my personal life into the show.
That's funny.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Thanks for massaging us with that.
Yeah.
Hey-o.
So, Bonnie, what's on tap for you today? What are you doing after the show?
I'm gonna just
Because I know what I'm doing.
work and unpack.
I'm going home, putting my head between my legs, and
sweet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kiss my behind goodbye for the day.
If I could do that, I wouldn't leave the house.
Why does it seem like when something goes wrong in the house, it's maybe at least three things that go wrong at once?
Yeah.
And then it makes you feel overwhelmed, and those are the sort of times you wish you didn't own a home.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get me started on that. Friday, I kind of had a day like that where I pressure washed the whole pool patio area.
Yeah.
And I did that on purpose because then afterwards, like the pool guy was supposed to come and clean the pool. Well, all the crud that went in the pool, he saw the pressure washer back there and goes, "Oh, I'm not going back there," and never came and cleaned the pool.
Oh, you see.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I know one time with my above ground pool too. Well, we were glad. Well, I think we had like a new lawnmower guy, but you're glad to be getting that back lawn done, but not when all of the grass is sprouted in your pool, in your crystal clear water.
You're growing
ground
grass
pool.
in your pool?
Well, the way he cut it, the grass went in at that angle from the blades straight into the pool, and you wonder if he's ever done it before. Yeah. So then you're in with the little grass Swiffer.
Yes.
Swiffing out the grass net.
And then Snowy met a snake.
What kind of a snake?
We found out it was a corn snake, which those aren't poisonous.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she was sniffing around, and of course all the leaves are on the ground, so it's the same color as the leaves. And she grabbed it, and she actually slung the snake.
Yeah.
And the snake curled up, and it was in like a striking position.
Whoa.
And I'm like,
that'll scare a dog.
I literally picked up the dog. We were only right next door, and I ran her in the house thinking maybe she got bit.
Oh boy.
But she didn't.
That's a good thing.
And it was I was like panicking, thinking that she decided to play with a snake. I'm like, you dog, dumb dog.
Even if it was a corn snake, which might not be poisonous, still, if one would bite my pet.
Yeah, I was panicking.
Panicky.
I thought maybe she got bit, and I couldn't. Of course, you couldn't tell. So I ran her in. We put her on the kitchen counter because it's better than doing it outside.
Yeah.
And we didn't find any puncture marks or anything like that. And the dog was fine, but she wouldn't go back outside.
Right.
I go, "You want to go back outside? Go to the bathroom?" She was like, hit the brakes.
We have a bunny story to tell.
So got to turn my mic on. Tell me.
So bunny story.
So the kids up north have a bunny, and we take him out of its pen to come and just hop around in the bottom part of the living room.
Yeah.
So Gary was looking for his charger to his phone charger for his new phone.
Yeah.
And somebody wasn't watching the bunny.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I was supposed to be watching it, but the bunny had chewed his charger cord.
Oh no. Where was this at?
Up in DeLand.
Do you feed the bunny?
Yeah.
Because the bunny may have been hungry.
No, the bunny is well fed, but what bunnies will do is like in his little pen, I feel bad because you can't even leave a towel in there. The bunny will start chewing it to shreds.
The bunny wasn't electrocuted, was he?
Oh, thank
bunnies
goodness,
were harmed
no.
in the making of this film.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were going to make slippers or not after I got electrocuted or something.
Yeah.
No, the bunny is fine. Thank
Okay.
goodness. And now we just need to get Gary a new charger. So.
Oh, that's easy enough.
Yeah, that's easy. Just go to your local five and dime store.
Yeah, and we're going to do it fast. So before he starts complaining about it.
Opposed to doing it slow?
Lets me know.
Wait a minute, you said you're going to do it fast.
Yeah.
So what's the difference whether you go do it fast or whether you go do it slow?
Well, to do it sooner than later.
Oh.
So I don't have to hear somebody wasn't watching the bunny several times.
By the way, I got a compliment on my handling of the ghost pepper. My brother Charles texted me. He goes, "Yeah, you took it like a champ." Yeah.
And you did.
Oh, yeah.
And Charles was watching you on Facebook, not
Yes.
in person right here. Did
Well,
you
on
see
YouTube.
How red
YouTube today.
You
Yes.
see how red your cheeks actually
Yes.
got? I mean,
Wow.
your cheeks were turning into tomatoes.
Well, that is a wrap for the morning show.
Okay, show's over.
That's all the time we have for today.
Oh, just when it was getting good.
Don't worry, we'll be back soon. Bon voyage.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Oh, you roll that tongue really well.
Arrivederci.
Sound like Charo.
Well, that's because I'm half Puerto Rican, so I know how to roll my R's.
Do you go coochie, 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 coochie?
No,
yes,
I don't do coochie, coochie.
Do you do that
No
too?
coochie, coochie here. But I'll say arrivederci. As we say, if you have good values on the inside, you won't look for validation on the outside. This show has just gone to a whole nother level. Thank God it's over. The Coochie Coochie show's
You
over.
got to isolate that, by the way, of her doing coochie coochie.
I will actually get her to record that.
That's awesome.
Bonnie, have a great morning.
You have a good one.
Phil, have a great morning.
You too, my friend.
We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up.
Coochie, coochie.